What does it take to be an entrepreneur? Ever since I can remember, I've had a burning desire to make money and achieve above-average financial prosperity. I was one of 5 kids growing up in the 60s and 70s. Our family didn't have a lot of money, although I do remember that we were the first in the street to have a car, color television, and a telephone. So I guess my parents were quite ambitious in a very small kind of way. I used to do chores around the house for money, wash the car, do my sister's laundry. My mother used to say I was encouraging their laziness, but I didn't care so long as I was getting paid. When I was 17, I left home to go traveling. I lived in a holiday resort in the south of England. I used to make badges and sell them on the beach, work in hotels. I then moved to London and did office work by day and bar work by night. In 1982, aged 20, I went to Spain. Britain had just gone to war with the Falklands, so Brits were not that popular there at the time. I couldn't find a job, so I went round all the bars and asked them, could I make sandwiches and sell them to the bars. Before long, I was making around 200 per day and making more money than most of the bar staff who were working 12-hour days. Plus I was finished and on the beach by lunchtime. I spent a few years traveling around Southeast Asia, where I did everything from film extra to teaching English. I've always had the attitude, if you can't find a job, then create one. There's always a gap in the market for something. It just takes a bit of imagination. I came back to the UK in 1989 and got a job in housing and studied to become an accountant. I had my kids and lived a very settled life for over a decade. However, I was always on the lookout for business opportunities. I bought a franchise for a ladies' fitness club. That didn't work out, so I opened a gym in my house and rented it out to family and friends. When making a decision on whether to invest in something, I always look at 3 things. How much money will I need to invest? How much time will I need to invest? What will be my return on investment, ROI? I used to do this when planning trips overseas. My mom would say, why are you giving up a good job to go somewhere you have no job and no security? My answer was always the same, perhaps I'll find a better job than the one I have now, but the worst case scenario is that if I don't find a job, then I'll have a fantastic holiday in France, Spain, Thailand, Australia, or wherever I was going at that time. I always kept my fare home. That was exactly my approach when deciding to invest in your NetBiz. I thought, if I spend £2,000, what is the worst that can happen? I will learn everything there is to learn about internet marketing, get a digital library full of products, and lifetime membership to an exclusive travel club, Primo Vacations. For me, there was no worst case scenario to consider. This time last year, I didn't have a clue how to build a website or get on the first page of Google. I guess it all comes down to risk and security. Some people just don't feel comfortable taking risks, even calculated risks. They prefer to stay in their comfort zone and have the security of the monthly paycheck. The world needs both types of people. Without entrepreneurs, we would not achieve the same levels of advancement in technology, industry, and every other area in life. But without the reliable workforce who just want to turn up and do their job, then everything would come to a standstill. However, I know which side I want to be on.